Hello everybody, wee Paddy from across the shop again. Another wee review. This is the final review of the Ganzo Firebird F756 carbon fibre. This has got the stone-washed silver blade. It also comes with a black blade, and it also does a G10 version, which I think they do in black, green and orange, and different black blade steel as well. I'm not 100% sure what they come, but I'm sure, I think that's what they come in. First of all, let me just say, I think this is a beautiful knife. This is my favourite knife to look at out of all my knives. I love this knife. Love the shape of the blade. Love the carbon fibre. It's probably not the most practical knife. If you're looking for a work knife, this is not really a work knife. It's big enough to be a work knife. It's 8.5 inches long with a 3.5 inch blade, which is what, about 21 centimeters long, and a 9 centimeter blade, and it weighs in at about 4.5 ounces. And that is about 126 grams. So it's milled out, as you can, if I bring that up, you'll see it's milled out. 4.5 ounces is absolutely fine. I don't mind carrying it. But to be honest with you, it's not what I would call a work knife. It's all right for going to work and cutting up boxes and doing things like that, but it's not really what I would use. And the reason I'm saying it's not, the blade's sturdy and thick enough. It's about 3.2 millimeter blade, but it's the handle. The handle is a beautiful, and I'll let you see, it is a beautiful G10 for a $15 knife. That is a beautiful gosh, my head's gone. Completely gone. Lovely carbon fibre handle. Absolutely stunning. But it's very, very smooth. There's nothing on it to grip to. There's this little forward bit here just to stop your finger. You know, if you come to an abrupt halt, it would stop you okay. But if your hands were wet or sweaty, you wouldn't have any grip on this whatsoever. So hard work, no, but everyday use. And for everything you're liable to do around the house, this will be fine for. Just in the wet or in the sweat, it wouldn't be the knife for me, because there is no grip at all on this carbon fibre handle. It is completely smooth. Now, take that away. I think this is my knife that I take out when I want to look good. When I want to look good in my pocket and people say, "What knife you got today, Stephen?" I love taking this blade out because I think it's stunning. Lovely action to it. It's got the axis lock and it's as smooth as butter. I've said in my last video, I don't tend to touch the knives for a week or 2 weeks after I get them. The pivot, I don't adjust. I wait until it wears in itself, and then I'll take the pivot out, put a bit of blue Loctite in, put it back in again, and that's it. I've had no problem since. I was saying that in my last video, and it's the same now. Although I'll have to say, the more recent Ganzos I've been getting, and the ones that I haven't brought to the table yet, they're much better now when they come. They're much looser when they come. I remember when I was first getting them, my fingers were aching. I was getting calluses wearing them in. But they don't do that so much anymore now, thank God. But aesthetically, beautiful knife, lovely blade, cuts well. It's 440C, there's nothing wrong, it's good blade stock. It'll cut any box down, it'll do any job around the house or at work that you want to do. It is a bit long, 8.5 inches, and it would scare people, those sheeples in the office. It's not something I would pull out and flick, because it comes out with authority. Do you know what I mean? It's not just, it just comes out, it whacks out, comes out with great authority. And if there were sheeple, they might just put them off. So I would have a secondary blade if I was going to take that into work, so that I could use it to do stuff when I'm in the office environment. Other than that, I have nothing to complain. The blade centering in this knife, after I've had it months now, if you can see, it's a little bit off, but it's not touching anywhere. It has not moved since I've Loctited, much like my other knife. It's a $15 knife. I know they're not going to be perfect, and I accept that. And I think when you accept that, it's easier just to take the knife. It doesn't rub. It doesn't touch your side. Everything else is working perfectly. It's slightly off center, and they're not all like that. But it just so happens this is the second review I've done in a row where they've been slightly off, and that's all it is, just slightly off. There's no rubbing. This is going to be very short and sweet because for me, this is an aesthetically beautiful knife. I love taking it out with me at the weekend with be with chums, and they would say, "What knife have you got?" Or my family will say, "Oh, what knife have you got?" And I can bring this out. I love this knife. Absolutely love it. It does work. I put a downer on that at the beginning saying it's not really a work knife. It'll work. It's a hefty big knife. It'll cut your arm off if you wanted to, but it's more of an aesthetically pleasing knife to me because there isn't that grippiness in the handle. And I think maybe I'm getting a bit older now. I don't have that big strong grip I used to have. Maybe the G10 model would have been better. If the G10 would be better if you want to get this style of knife and you want to work with it, because then it would be an amazing work knife. I haven't tried one, so I'm only presuming, but I would say going on this, the G10 with grip would make this an amazing work knife. What else have I got to say about it? Nothing really. Nothing really at all. It's been a lovely knife. I enjoy having it. It's one of my favourites. It finds its way into my pocket every week for maybe 1 or 2 days. I just love it. Especially the weekends I'll have this. I just love it. Love it to death. So I get a bit gushy over Ganzos. I don't know why. I think I'm just enjoying them. I enjoy the price that I pay for them. I enjoy the value that they give me. It doesn't matter about anybody else. The value that I get out of them, the pleasure I get out of them. I've got, I think I've got about 8, 9 Ganzos now, and I can sit and look at my box and pull them out and clean them and oil them, and I get so much pleasure. So don't let anybody put you off buying one. Don't let anybody put you off buying one. If it's what you can afford or if it's what you like, it's your blooming money. You go out and earn it or whatever you, just go and get it. Because I honestly don't think you'll regret it. You know, you maybe buy 6, 7, 8 Ganzos, get one bad one, so what? For $15 is usually the dearest. Up to now you can get a Ganzo, you know, the Firebird Delicate Replica for about $8 delivered. You just can't beat that. So just go ahead, get whatever you want. It's your money. It's your game. At the end of the day, you play. You be the referee. I love them. I think they're great quality for somebody like myself. I don't have a lot of spare cash at the moment, and that's not a poor me by any means. I have enough to buy knives, so I'm not starving. Um, so I'm going to leave it at that. I think I've said enough. I got a bit stroppy there. I'm going to have to stop that. But it's a lovely knife, aesthetically beautiful. If you want a work knife in this style, go for the G10. But if you want one to look good, that carbon fibre and that blade is just beautiful. Okay, folks. Sorry for getting a bit stroppy. Take care. All the very best, Paddy. Bye bye.